Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to use my Easter Bunny background. It is available for sale on Etsy. The images you will receive in your download are a JPEG background with tulips and a log. The other three images are PNG images with transparency. This includes the Easter Bunny, a grass overlay layer, and a hand to place on top of your subject if you have someone sitting on the Easter Bunny's lap. First, we open the background. Then we place the Easter Bunny on the log. Next, we open our grass layer and place it on top of the Easter Bunny. Now we open our subject to put on the Easter Bunny's lap. I have an already cut out subject. However, this is an important step and you need to know how to cut out an image from a background. So I'm going to open an image of baby Riley and we're going to work on that next. Backgrounds with a subject that are close to the color of your background can sometimes be difficult for Photoshop to cut out. However, there's a definitive line around our subject and this is a high quality image, so we will be just fine. First, I double click on the background to make it its own layer. I used to outline everything in Pen Tool, which can become very painstaking. However, with advancements in Photoshop, my favorite tool is now the Object Selection tool. This is an easy way to do it, and it is very good at preserving those stray hairs. From your Object Selection tool, go to the top and click Select Subject. Now go over to your Layers panel and click the third icon over at the bottom. This is your layer mask. And ta-da! She's isolated from the background. Now, she's not perfect, so it's time to go around the edge and correct everything that Photoshop missed. Now this spot under her arm doesn't look real great. We're going to use our paintbrush to paint our details back in. Make sure your mask is selected and we use white to add details back in and we use black to subtract. There's not too much to do since the Object Selection tool did most of the work for us. I'm working on a Mac, so my shortcuts to move in and out are Command plus or Command minus. That looks pretty good, but I'm going to create another layer and I'm going to fill it with a solid color. By doing this, I can go around my subject and identify any stray pixels that I may have missed. I'm going to grab my paint bucket tool and fill my background with a vibrant red. This will be our final step before I add her to the bunny background. I could work on this all day to make it perfect, but for our purposes, I think she looks pretty good. I'm going to delete my mask and apply it, and then drag Little Miss Riley onto our canvas. When you are resizing an image, hold down the Shift key to maintain its proportions. Now we are going to place our bunny hand on top of our subject. This looks pretty good, but we can improve on our image by painting in some shadows. First, I'm going to create a layer right behind our bunny rabbit. Then I'm going to take a big soft brush and paint in some shadows. I reduced the opacity of my layer to match my scene. Now I'm going to create another empty layer right behind her subject, and I'm going to paint some shadows behind her as well. Then reduce the opacity of this shadow layer. Lastly, I'm going to create one more layer right below the bunny's hand. This will be our final shadow. Now it's time to save our image. I go to File, Export, and then export as. When exporting your image, save it as a JPEG and make sure to select Convert to sRGB. If you don't export your image to an sRGB and try to get your image printed at some of the chain stores like Walmart or Sam's Club, your colors will come out really dull. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial valuable. Please like and subscribe for more content like this.